Early in the morning, totally devoted. Welcome back to another wonderful episode. I got a real goat in here, Mr. Anthony Toma, the greatest of his time, the host of the Keeping Up with the Chaldeans podcast, and so much more. Thank you so much for joining the show today, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
That's right.
Wow, we got a
big round of applause for the goat. Big
cool.
round of applause for the goat. And I just want to say, you're a busy man. I really appreciate you coming through. G, let me get one of those real quick, man. Appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate you coming through. We all know that you have so much going on in your life. So for you to make time for us, man, it really means a lot, man.
It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. And everybody knows that one of your main focuses with starting your podcast was shining light on the amazing things that people are doing in our community. I got to give you so much credit because, you know, anyone that has watched it or seen anything knows there's literally no, I mean, a little bit of benefit to you. You're putting your mark out there, but like you're doing it for everyone else. Like, what motivates you to help others?
Well, I get to meet a lot of interesting people, get to see their stories, you know, just my upbringing. You know, my mama taught me well, my daddy taught me well. You just gotta enjoy and embrace your culture and make sure it stays alive. 100%.
And I'm really happy that you talked about your mother and father, because my first question, other than that, which is, you know, we all know he's a humble guy. He's not going to say that we live to give back to people, but we know that's what he's doing it for. What did you want to be when you were growing up, and like, where did you grow up? Talk to me about your upbringing.
So I grew up in Oak Park, Michigan.
Okay.
And for a bit, I went to La Salette, and Key School, and then we moved out to Bloomfield Hills out in 1975 when I was in third grade. That's about it. That's where I grew up.
But what did you want to be when you were growing up? Like pie in the sky, like, oh, my dream.
You know, I used to talk a lot of shit when I was a kid. I was a little guy, so I kind of wanted to be a lawyer because my mouth was my weapon.
Right. Well, it still is. I mean, everybody knows you got something to say and that you can argue with the best of them. So you wanted to be a lawyer. What did you end up pursuing through high school? I don't know if you went to college. Like, talk to me about your story in terms of what you decided to do with your profession.
Right. So outside, after high school, which was a rough road.
Why were you getting in trouble?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I went to Oakland Community College for lunch for 2 semesters.
Yeah, for lunch.
We went to Tally Hall, bounced around there. Anyone my age knows what Tally Hall is. After that, my dad said that he's going to buy us a store, which is
who's us,
what
by the way?
most Chaldeans do. Me and my brother Jonathan Toma.
Okay.
We got it, and I wasn't too thrilled to be in the store business. I told my dad I'd give him 5 years, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
And then so 12 years later,
it's normally how it works.
Found myself in the store business still. We had a little, shake up at the store. So my brothers were getting out of the store. It got dangerous. The neighborhood got really, really, really dangerous. There was some shootings and stuff like that.
Right.
Holdups, arsons. It was a crazy time.
That's something that, like, for me, like, I have a hard time with, because I personally try not to. I try to empathize with everyone that says, oh, the store life, it sucks and this and that. But in my head, I'm like, so many people came up. Like, we literally lifted our whole community off of it. But then I have to defer to the people in there who tell me, yeah, bro, you're not behind the bulletproof glass. You're not dealing with the shootings. You're not dealing with taking the bottles and having to go out and doing all that. So I definitely empathize with that. And I understand, safety is a big part of life. Obviously, it's why you move to Bloomfield Hills,
We were blessed as a community to have the store business as a springboard to launch into all these different careers and career paths and business opportunities. So I don't look at it as a negative.
Yeah.
I look at it as an experience and a path building way of life for the Chaldean people. So with all of the drama that was going on at the time, I was looking for a franchise opportunity to get my brothers out of the business, and we were looking for some food businesses, and I stumbled on this franchise opportunity called E-Model.
Okay.
And it was a modeling and acting company that offered a franchise. So I looked into it. Eventually, they got into a couple smokers outlets each, and then so I kind of dove into the franchise opportunity. It was, like I said, it was a modeling company. Went down to Orlando, did a discovery day, met the people behind it. I wasn't sold on it, but it was, I think it was a $12,000 opportunity plus, your build out and all that stuff. So it wasn't all that expensive. I bought the franchise, the Detroit franchise, and we opened an office above the Bosco at the time. But the Bosco wasn't built yet either. We were under construction at the same time. So that was, it was in 2000, I think.
Oh, wow.
And so I sat on it for months and months and months, and went back down to Orlando, learn the business, and then decide to launch
to dive in. Yeah. No, for sure. And ever since then, you've been rocking and rolling, huh?
Yeah, it's been fun. Fun ride.
Talk to us a little bit about what you guys do at the 99 and everything that you provide for prospective actors as well as people looking to get into commercials and modeling.
Yeah, so it's a modeling and acting company. It's an easy way for somebody to get involved in the industry that doesn't know where to go, how to do it, what it's all about. So 99 stands for the 99% of people that don't have a agent or agency representation.
Oh, damn!
So it's the unagency. So we kind of took the entire industry and turned it upside down and put the power back into the people's hands. It's like an anti-establishment, unagency kind of spin on things.
Absolutely. And you're giving these people that don't have the agent who's calling and working for them to be their agency, right?
Yeah, they can be their own.
Yeah.
They figure things out on their own. We give them all the tools, the resources. It's $99 to get started, and then it's $40 a month, start and stop whenever you want.
That's awesome. So anyone that's interested in getting into that field, make sure you check them out and give them an opportunity. So keeping up with the Chaldeans, what inspired you to start this? How did you get the idea? Who gave you the name for it? I'm curious about all this stuff.
Right. So I was in the, people business. So I would help, I was on the board of the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce. Early on when AOL was around, people would send an email without BCCing people, blind copying.
Right.
They would just CC everybody. So when the emails went out, I'd get an email from a Chaldean person, and the email would be a list of all of their contacts that they were trying to blast this message out to.
Right.
So I would pull them, copy, paste them into a notepad, and then I just kept saving these things and saving them over time. And then I launched something called Chaldean Power. It was an email list of a bunch of Chaldeans all across America, mostly in the Detroit area. Me and Nofal Akash took over Neptix for a little while, the Chaldean ticket, company launched by Carlo and a couple other people. I can't think of their names right now. I'm getting old. So we had that list. So that, the Chaldean Power, I created a Craigslist for Chaldeans, basically. It was what it was. And then I was on the Chamber of the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce. I was on the board there, and then I was on the board of the Shenandoah Country Club. And Junior Binu came to me and said, "Hey, I have an idea for you. Why don't you do a podcast about breaking the stereotype of Chaldeans being store owners, gas station owners, and liquor store owners?" And I was like, "That sounds a great idea." He's like, "Yeah, you do all this stuff anyway. You might as well launch this on." I said, "Well, I'm not going to do it alone, so get in that chair, and I'll get in this chair, and we'll roll
We'll have those conversations.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation." So he's like, "I'm not doing it." I said, "Well, I'm not doing it without you, so get your ass in the chair."
Literally.
So he got in the chair. We said, "This is what," we launched a kind of a little promo, said, "Hey, this is what our idea is. This is what we're going to try to do. This is what we're looking to do. We're looking for a name." So we put it out there, give us a name. So, put it in the profile, da-da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, there was, all these different names. And then Darlene Salem Bahri
Yes.
came up with keeping up with the Chaldeans.
The queen.
Yep.
Definitely wanted to make sure. I knew the story. Just so you guys know. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that Lil G's mom, the GOAT herself, Miss Darlene, had a part to play. And look, here at this company, like, we're all about empowering and shedding light on the people that have done big things and trying to give people opportunity and entertain at the same time.
Sure thing.
And I literally, I've said it before and I'll say it again, like, you guys definitely inspired us to do our thing, and giving back to the community and giving back to everybody. Really, really warms my heart. And ever since we've started, you have both, you in particular, have been so awesome with your support, and it really means the world to me. What do you think? What do you think is the future for not only like modeling and entertainment in Detroit, but what you guys are doing and what we can do here in the city? Like, what do you think is next for Detroit as a whole? Not only just Chaldeans, but just the next step for us to take in terms of the national scale. The industry itself?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I swear, it's so unpredictable. We had. All that money was dumped into those studios, and it was booming around here.
Yeah.
It was live as could be. It was great to be in Detroit. It was great to be in Birmingham. Great to be downtown. They shot a bunch of different movies.
And just for those of you who don't know, maybe some of our younger viewers, there were some big stars here. There was Mark Wahlberg, Gerard Butler. I mean, a lot. And I know I'm blanking.
They were everywhere,
but they were everywhere for sure.
You'd go to Ely's. In Detroit, I'm sorry, in Birmingham, you'd sit down and you'd be sitting there with Ellen DeGeneres,
right?
Sitting there,
it's
with
crazy.
At the same time. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Hopefully, we can find a way back.
Yeah. It's all about the politics.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know anyone that's gonna dump the money they did to launch those studios.
Yeah,
that they
wasn't it basically like all because of tax incentives at the time?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was $50 million they were giving out.
Yeah.
And they just matched dollar for dollar for any one that you hired within the state.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So you did talk about political stuff, or I'm sorry, government stuff. One thing that I know about you is you're very outspoken about your beliefs. What gives you the courage to say how you feel about what's going on in America right now, and what's happening with the way that certain groups are trying to indoctrinate our families and our kids with certain beliefs that we don't necessarily agree with?
The courage comes from the God above, man. It's black and white. Things are right and things are wrong. If you want to have a certain sexual lifestyle, go ahead, have at it. You're a grown ass man or woman. Do your thing. Yeah. But leave the kids out of it. When you bring the kids in, you bring the big guns out. That's it. There's no one's going to stand for it. It's disgusting. If I don't speak out, then who will?
Yeah, no, for sure. We feel the same way in terms of your right to say however you feel. We take our stance, and we make it clear how we feel. Especially in today's day and age, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and we talked about how public high school is way different than it was when we went. And I went just a little bit sooner than you went, you went. Yes. But even for me, I felt like it was about school when I was in school. Yeah. And now it's not. Now public school is about propaganda. Public school is about dogmas and indoctrination, and like that's why we see the private schools waiting list and hard to get into and A, B, and C. So, we have to stand up for what we believe in, and I give you a lot of credit for that because not everybody will. For you and your family, you're gonna planning on staying in Michigan for a while, right?
I am, yeah.
I know some people change different things. Yeah, I know some people like Florida, California, Arizona. There's a lot of options, but what makes you think that Michigan is the place for you to spend the rest of your life with your family? Well, it's where our community is. The majority of our community. It is the place for me and my family currently. Yeah. If it keeps sliding off the cliff, then I'll bail too. Right. Yeah, no, it's all of the whole state, community, government. It's all of our responsibility to uplift it. Absolutely. And we know that you have your own investments here, so you believe in it. Obviously.
Yeah.
And we all do. But it's on all of us to continue to invest in and really, really build it. So me and you know each other from CFL.
Yep,
which is, in my opinion, the greatest sports league in the history of recreational leagues.
Not to be confused with the Canadian Football League.
Correct.
Those marshmallows over there.
Correct. So you've been in it for how many years now? When was it start? Do you know when it was started?
I think it was started in like 1983.
Golly.
The Serafas and the Jonas started it.
Yep.
They'd play, I think it was at Southfield High.
Yep. We had a Rena in, and Yasmin on the show. I think Big Mike was a part of that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Mike was
shout out Big Mike.
One of the greatest dirty players in CFL history.
So what do you think made this league last for 40 years, 40 plus, and hopefully another 40?
Legacy, man. It's a great league to be a part of. People are, committed and understand a brotherhood.
Absolutely.
And it really does. It brought the East Side and the West Side together. It
For
really
sure.
did. I mean, we would battle back in the day at on the East Side. What's it called? It was a DXXFL.
Mm-hmm.
We used to battle against the East Siders, and we'd have a tackle game against 7 Mile
Tackle?
against Bloomfield. Yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh, man.
And Bruce Toma, my little brother, he actually started a tackle Chaldean football league.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we played for about, I think, 6 weeks. We had a broken jaw, broken shoulder, broken ankles.
I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case.
It was a disaster. It was a fact.
Yeah, I did not know that. Not know that. So I don't know any other league that can get grown men from ages 18 to 45 that are going to be there at 8:15, 9:30, and 10:45 on a Sunday morning. But this is one of those things where you care. And what I love about it is you see these men, great men, bring their families.
Yeah.
And it's indoctrinated. That's the type of indoctrination I'm all about,
Absolutely,
which is the
I
family, the community coming together, which, hey, Sunday mornings, we're going to go watch dad play in the CFL, you know?
Dad or cousin, uncle.
Cousin, uncle. And
there were some aunts out there, too, for a while. There was the WCFL.
That's
for
right.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think Sky, Atjo, Jedu? No.
J-Jo now.
J-Jo.
Yep.
I think she won like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And then she shut it down.
That family got some skills.
She dropped the mic.
Yeah. But no, it's honestly, it's a beautiful thing. So if you guys are watching, you're young kids, man, and you want to be a part of it.
It's coming up.
Look, as growing up watching it, a lot of people have felt, politics, A, B, and C, but you just got to come and ball, period.
They do.
If you come and ball, you'll get an opportunity.
It's funny, like back in the day, there used to be like one token white boy that would play quarterback for each team.
Yes.
And there was Ron Junna would play quarterback, and then there was the rest of the quarterbacks were all white boys. We had Russ Smith, who is now
shout out Russ. We love you, buddy. Russ,
sure.
Our official.
Yes. Yeah, he's official now. But so there would be one on each team, and we probably brought maybe 20 of them in the league.
Yeah.
Russ is one that lasted a while. Jeff Bogdan lasted a while. Garrett lasted a while. Everyone else dropped off after like a few weeks or a season.
Yeah. Russ is Chaldean, man. He actually is Chaldean. And every year, him and Steve, our officials, I ask them every year, like, hey, what do we think about the Lions? And every year we just say, yeah, we're excited, but like we're not counting our eggs.
Nope.
I wonder what they're gonna say this year. But as the OG quarterbacks are getting older, I think it's important to get some of these younger guys under center.
You're in.
I
You're
hope
in.
so.
You're in.
At center? Oh,
You're
come
in.
on.
No,
Let me-
under center.
Under center. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
the QB.
Give me an opportunity. No.
QB of the future.
No, but whoever is my quarterback this year, I'm gonna let you know, man. You need to tackle fly because they ain't expecting it. Now they
There
are.
you go.
But now they are. But are you gonna be out there
they
this
run
year?
the wheel for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my name in the hat again. See
Yeah.
if I get drafted.
Yeah. See if you get drafted. Either way, I know you'll be on the
Oh, yeah.
sidelines for a few weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been a pleasure having you on. Anything else you want to
Thank
talk
you.
about before we take off?
No, just much success to you. I hope this takes off and even further than it already has. I mean, you've had a great start.
Thank you, brother.
A great launch, and you got great people behind the scenes
Couldn't
here.
be better, man. Couldn't be better.
And I hope it goes everywhere you want it to.
You're the man. Thank you. And
Thank
just
you.
so you know, me and Anthony are working on a couple things behind the scenes for some entertainment. I'm excited to share that with you down the road whenever it is. But I appreciate you coming by, man. Nothing but love.
For sure.
Everybody, make sure you follow Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. And if you are interested in acting and modeling, inquire at the 99. And anything else you want to plug before you take off?
Yeah, we want to plug Cafe
Suco, of
Yep,
course,
in
man, of course.
Birmingham, directly across the street from Lux.
Yes.
Come in for acai bowls, smoothies, and
Smoothies, they got great breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Smoothies are unbelievable, man. Go check them out. I had it, plugged it a couple weeks on the story, but I'm gonna tell you guys again: nice, clean, good food, and great people too. It's always good to shop and to eat around people that have a great attitude. So that's something a culture that you've built there.
And don't let the episode of Goat get you down. When you see Cafe Suco, when you see the crew roll into Cafe Suco.
If anything, I think it'll let them know that you guys like to have fun. So we'll get there when we get there. Anthony, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate y'all. And I just got one thing left to say. Hey, we'll live.